NLWN-TV presents the In the Dugout show with a look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Now, join us as we get ready for baseball in the dugout.
Hello and welcome to In the Dugout. Rick Olson here in the NLWN-TV studios, and we're getting ready to bring you Eau Claire Cavalier baseball as the Cavaliers travel to Bloomer, Wisconsin to take on the Bloomer Woodticks in a Chippewa River Baseball League game. Now, this game is a makeup game for Game 1 of a doubleheader that was rained out back in June. Now, the Cavaliers are coming off a 5-3 win over the Osseo Merchants on Wednesday and faced the Marshfield Chaparrals last night, while the Woodticks' last CRBL action was back on June 22nd when they split a doubleheader against the Osseo Merchants. In addition, the Woodticks suffered a tragic loss when 19-year-old shortstop Thomas Stoffel suddenly lost his life on July 1st. We at the Northern Light Webcasting Network would like to extend our heartfelt and sincere condolences to his family, friends, and the Woodticks family during this difficult time. Now, coming up in this edition of In the Dugout, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Cavs and the Woodticks. Then we'll get Cavalier manager Ryan Bemnister's perspective on today's game in the Ryan Bemnister Show. Following that, we'll take a quick look around the Chippewa River Baseball League to see where things stand. Also, we'll take a moment to get to know one of this season's Cavalier players in Cavalier Profile. Finally, we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of today's game from Bloomer Ballfield in Bloomer. So it's time to get ready for some baseball action, and we'll do just that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to In the Dugout on NLWN-TV.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. Very shortly, the Eau Claire Cavaliers will take on the Bloomer Woodticks in a Chippewa River Baseball League matchup from the Bloomer Ballfield in Bloomer. The Cavaliers are coming off a 5-3 win over the Osseo Merchants on Wednesday. In addition, the Cavs traveled to Marshfield to face the Chaparrals last night, while the Woodticks split a doubleheader with the Osseo Merchants back on June 22nd, winning the first game 2-1 and dropping the nightcap 12-2. Now, in the Cavalier game on Wednesday, the Cavs were led at the plate by Riley Gopinski, who went 3 for 4 with a run scored on Carter Veith's single to left in the 9th inning.
And there's a ground ball through to left field. One run's in. Gopinski came in to score. And the Cavs are now up 5-3.
He was followed by Sam Knickerbocker, who went 2 for 4 and drove in 3 runs, 2 of which came on a single to right in the 8th to tie the game.
Sininsky at the belt and delivers. There's a ground ball down the first baseline. 1 run is in. Erickson rounding third. He's coming to the plate, and he's safe, and the game is tied. Sam Knickerbocker with an RBI single to right field brings in both Palmer and Erickson.
Trenton Palmer picked up 2 runs, including the Cavaliers' first run of the game on Knickerbocker's single to center field in the 4th inning.
Ides pitch. There's a line shot. That's out into center field. Palmer rounds third. He's coming to the plate. Throw over to third, and in safely is Erickson.
Brayton Tillman gave the Cavaliers the lead in the top of the 9th when he grounded into a fielder's choice, driving in Logan Hesselman.
And the pitch. There's a high hopper over to short. Takes it at second. Throw to first. Not going to be in time. A run comes in to score. Tillman's on a fielder's choice. 6 unassisted. He gets the RBI as Logan Hesselman comes in to score. And the Cavs take the lead.
On the mound, Cooper Dykes started the game and threw 6 1/3 innings before giving way to Aiden Ecker, who picked up his 4th win of the season, going an inning and 2/3 of no-hit pitching. Andrew Milner came on in the 9th to pick up the save, finishing the game by striking out Hunter Sandberg.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3! And the Cavaliers come away with the 5-3 win over the Osseo Merchants.
The Bloomer Woodticks have really struggled this season as they sit with a 2-10 record in the CRBL. Now, last season, the Cavs swept the Woodticks in a doubleheader, but it wasn't very easy, as the Cavs won 1-0 and 3-2. Now, this season, the Woodticks are being led at the plate by Patrick Callahan, who's hitting at a .421 pace. He's followed by Corey Poyer, who's batting at .360. Joey Garrison at .333 rounds out the Woodticks, hitting .300 or better. In limited appearances, Sean Stoffel is batting at a .667, and Jeremiah Campbell is hitting for a .462 average. On the mound, Jesse Urbanek has posted at a 2-3 record in league play with an ERA of 4.15 in 39 innings pitched. He's followed by Curtis Nesker, who has an 0-1 record with an ERA of 6.55 in 11 innings of work. Now, the Cavaliers are currently being led at the plate by Sam Knickerbocker, who's hitting at a .437 pace with 23 RBI and a home run. He's followed by Xavier Bemnister's .387 average with 15 runs scored and 11 RBI. The leading run scorer for the Cavs is Brayton Tillman with 18, and leading the way with extra base hits are Sam Knickerbocker along with Cade Mueller, who each have 6. Carson Windeshausen has accounted for the other Cavalier home run this season. Leading the way on the mound is Andrew Milner, who has a 5-2 record plus a save with an ERA of 2.23 in 48 1/3 innings pitched. In that stretch, he's accounted for 47 strikeouts. He's followed by Aiden Ecker, who has a record of 4-0 with a 0.94 ERA in 28 2/3 innings with 33 strikeouts. Eli Rathke at 3-2, along with Cooper Dykes at 2-1 with a save, round out the most utilized Cavalier pitchers. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get manager Ryan Bemnister's perspective as we chat with him on The Ryan Bemnister Show. You're tuned to In the Dugout on NLWN-TV.
The Goat Coffee House on Water Street in Eau Claire presents The Ryan Bemnister Show, where Cavalier manager Ryan Bemnister gives us his perspective on today's game. And now, The Ryan Bemnister Show.
And again, we're at the Goat Coffee House in Eau Claire talking with Cavalier manager Ryan Bemnister. And Ryan, today the Cavaliers have an opportunity to help solidify their spot in the CRBL playoffs by taking on the Bloomer Woodticks in a makeup game for game 1 of a doubleheader that was rained out back on June 14th. But before we get to that game on Wednesday, the Cavs took on the Osseo Merchants. Some quick thoughts about that game against Osseo.
Again, I think it was a really well-played game between both teams, and I liked our pitching performance, and I liked the approach at the plate for the guys, and we were able to scrap back in that game. We were down 3-1, and able to score 2 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th, and it turned out good in our favor. So I was happy to get a win, and especially when it's Osseo and how good they are. So it's good to get a win coming out of there.
Okay. Now, in that game, the Cavs utilized 3 pitchers, as did Osseo. Your thoughts about how they kept the Merchants at bay with different styles of pitching that each has.
Yeah, Coop went the longest for us, get the start through the 6th or into the 7th, I should say, and then he kept them off balance, switching things around a little bit. You know, he's been like that all year long. It was nice to at least get him away from the loss in that one. You know, and then Eck came in and did what Eck does. He just, you know, fires fastballs in there and hopes to, you know, shut him down, and which he did for the 2. And then we made a decision in the 9th to go to Millie just because you get the best hitter in the league coming up. And Millie's been the one that faced him the most on our roster. So I thought he had a good history with him. And we just went from there, and it turned out well. It turned out good for us. You know, they got a little cute in the 9th, but we told Millie to stop being cute and just go after the next guy, and 4 pitches later it was over.
It almost appeared as though Aiden Ecker had gone through most of their lineup, and you're right, he just pretty much fires fastballs.
Yeah.
And I'm asking if this kind of played into your thoughts at all, that maybe a second time through the lineup could be trouble for him with that team.
It could be. Again, it's gonna boil down to that 9th inning was coming up on 1, 2, 3. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
So you've got the best hitter in the league. You got a really good bat in Gabe coming after him, and then you got probably one of the smartest batters in the league after that. There's no reason to do anything silly with Ecker out there. Again, this is his first year out there. I know he's going to want the ball all the time, that kind of stuff, but Millie just has seen these guys before. He knows kind of the history with these guys, so it makes just sense to go to Millie and let him throw 20 pitches and get out of there.
And he finally picked up a save for his first save of the year.
Yeah, technically, wouldn't that be a win for him? No, it would be a save for him.
Ecker got the win.
Ecker got the win, yeah. I forgot that we got the 2 over there. Yeah, so hooray, a save for Millie.
Well, he's filling every column
Yeah,
this way.
that's what we want to do.
All right, today the Cavaliers are going to take on the Bloomer Woodticks, who are currently 2-9, so they've struggled, but they're kind of sneaky. So what can you tell us about the Woodticks?
They play good ball against us every time we play them, both here and there. Last couple of years, we actually dropped one of those guys a couple of years ago up there in Bloomer. You know, and they're going through some stuff up there too. So it's a team that just, you know, you said they only are 2-9. That's 11 games. That means they got 9 games in July for conference, and that's a lot of games for a small city like that and a small team like that. I mean, they don't roster 25 guys like we do. They're rostering their 13, 14, and you know they might have a pitcher for one game, but they won't have anybody for the next game. So I'm not sure what kind of schedule they're holding there, but Connor's doing a good job with that team. He's a really nice coach, really nice kid. I think they're gonna make some improvements on the roster in the next couple of years, and I think they're gonna be good. But you know, they are struggling a little bit this year, but that's to be seen with these guys. That's what they have. So
now the Woodticks have had an up and down season, a lot more downs than ups this year, but they're a team that you better not sleep on, or they're liable to step up and give you a big surprise. You kind of alluded to it a couple of years ago that happened to the Cavs. Your thoughts about what they can do, and you know, some of the people that they've been able to take care of.
Any team can do something surprising at any time. You know, you can come in hot, you come in not ready for a game, that kind of thing. You know, I mean, Osseo threw a really good game against them on a doubleheader and lost 1-0. I mean, to Bloomer. It's, you know, so you never know what's going to happen in a game like that with a team like Bloomer, and they've got nothing to lose being 2-9, and so they just want to spoil things out there, and they'll probably look to spoil something with us, and hopefully we can not have that happen and go from there. But you know, it's a fun team to play. It's a good park to be at, and hopefully we can pull off a win with this one.
Now, after that win in Osseo, all of a sudden, with a little help from other teams in the league, you're actually in the hunt for the division crown. That puts a little more pressure on this game. Who's getting the call to the mound?
We're going to go with Milner. That being said, you know, if you look back at the history, he threw on Tuesday, he threw on Wednesday, and now he's going to come back and throw on Saturday. But realistically, a kid like that, his work performance, we'll say, is structured in a way where he throws bullpens almost every day just to stay fresh and do what he's supposed to do and work on things. So those 2 games he threw in, he didn't throw more than 20 pitches or so, 25 pitches. So those are technically what we would call a workout session and a bullpen for him. So hopefully he's fresh on Saturday. You know, if we have to burn somebody else, we'll have to look down the dugout a little bit to find somebody, because I'm sure Rafke's going to be a little sore after throwing on Tuesday, and I know Coop's shut down after Wednesday's night game because he threw about 95 pitches against Osseo, so he needs to rest up till next week. So hopefully Millie can get through the whole game and we can put some runs. I hope the bats stay what they're doing. We've been hitting the ball really well. We've put a lot of runs on the board. We put a lot of runs on the board, Millie can just put on cruise control and just work through innings. That's my hope.
Now, today's game is a makeup game for that doubleheader that was scheduled for June 14th. And I know that you had a plan for the second game of that doubleheader for July 28th, but that's not going to work out. So what's going on there?
So what's happening is the July 28th game is no longer on the schedule. CRBL games have to be done by the 26th, 27th. So what we did is we dropped the Holman one on 25th, and we moved Bloomer to that night. So Bloomer's going to be playing us on the 25th. I think it's a Friday night at like 7 o'clock.
At Carson Park.
At Carson Park, but they will be the home team because it was supposed to be their home doubleheader. So It's a weird situation where doubleheaders are supposed to be 7-inning games. You split them up, you got to go 9-inning games. And if you play to the opposing team's park, they're the home team. Come in our park, they're the home team.
Well, it's like what you were facing when we had the game that got rained out that's going to be completed on the 19th. But
Cadott,
it was originally being played in Cadott, and the Cavs were the home team.
Yes, and that one being moved back to Carson. We're still the home team, but we actually get it at our home park.
Right. Right. Well, Ryan, good luck on today's game, and hopefully the Cavs can solidify that playoff spot.
I hope so.
You've been tuned to the Ryan Bempnister Show presented by the Goat Coffee House on Water Street in Eau Claire, with Cavalier manager Ryan Bempnister's outlook on today's game. Stay tuned. More of In the Dugout is coming right up.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Welcome back to In the Dugout, as we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's CRBL clash between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Bloomer Woodticks. The most recent CRBL action was on Wednesday, when the Cavaliers faced off against the Osseo Merchants, with the Cavs coming out on top 5-3. In addition, the Beef River Bullfrogs hosted the Tilden Tigers, with the Tigers coming away with the 17-3 win. It was the Whitehall Whitetails and the Eau Claire Bears clashing at Cinder City Park in Altoona, with the Whitetails winning 5-4 in 13 innings. Meanwhile, the Bloomer Woodticks dropped a 4-0 decision to the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks, and it was the Cadott Red Sox topping the Jim Falls Sturgeons 10-0. Now that leaves the CRBL standings as follows. In the North Division, in first place at 11-3 are the Cadott Red Sox. Just one game back at 11-5 are the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. And in third place are the Tilden Tigers at 6-7 and 4.5 games back, while the Jim Falls Sturgeons at 5-9 are sitting in fourth. In fifth are the Bloomer Woodticks. In the South Division, the Eau Claire Bears sit in first at 13-3, while the Eau Claire Cavaliers are in second at 11-4 and are just 1.5 games out. Just behind the Cavaliers in third place at 7-5 are the Whitehall Whitetails, who are 4 games out of first, and the 9-7 Osseo Merchants are in fourth place, also 4 games back, while the 2-12 Augusta Athletics are in fifth, and the 1-13 Beef River Bullfrogs are in sixth. Today's makeup game between the Cavs and the Woodticks is the only CRBL game scheduled. Now tomorrow, the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks will travel to Cadott High School baseball field to face the Cadott Red Sox, while the Bloomer Woodticks will host the Beef River Bullfrogs in a doubleheader from the Bloomer baseball field, and the Whitehall Whitetails will travel to Grudem Field in Jim Falls to play 2 against the Jim Falls Sturgeons. Now coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get to know one of this season's Cavalier players on Cavalier Profile. You're tuned to In the Dugout on NLWN-TV.
We come from a long line of farmers, and there's a sense of pride, but there's also a significant amount of pressure.
Farmers have to take care of their physical and their mental health, because what's a farm without a farmer?
Watching the sun come up, that's my time. I can have a cup of coffee and every day is a new opportunity.
That's cool.
Your hand's gotten so
Yay!
Don't forget to check in on yourself. Love, your mind.
Time now to get to know a Cavalier player on Cavalier Profile. We'll get to know a little better who plays on this year's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball team. And now, Cavalier Profile.
Today on Cavalier Profile, we're talking with Andrew Milner. And Millie, tell us a little about yourself, where you grew up, the different levels of ball that you've played, and so on.
For sure. So I grew up in and around Eau Claire. Played Little League with the Nationals, played with Hobby a bunch, which is pretty cool. And then growing up, I never really played baseball all too much in the summer until I was about 13. Started playing summer ball and kind of fell in love with it. And now I'm playing in college over at St. Mary's, University of Minnesota, and playing here in the summertime, and I'm loving every second of it. So
You can't beat a warm summer afternoon at Carson Park, can you?
no, not at all. Nothing better.
So when not playing baseball, what are some other things that keep you interested or occupied?
Yeah, my family's got land up north, so we like going up there a bunch to fish. Me and my dad are huge fishermen, so if I'm not on the ball field anywhere, I'm usually fishing or in my room playing video games if the weather doesn't allow for it.
Are you part of that sport of 1,000 casts, going after the big muskie, or are you going after the panfish for dinner?
I'm not too big into fish with teeth, so I'm more of a sunfish or a largemouth, smallmouth bass kind of guy.
Something you can put in the skillet and fry up.
Exactly,
and
right. I mean, I caught one walleye, and he's my trophy fish for my life. So
Okay, all right. Here's our signature rapid fire questions.
Absolutely.
First of all, pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
so ice cream.
Which kind?
I'm a vanilla guy. I'm pretty basic.
Well, and with vanilla, it's all about the toppings.
Oh, absolutely.
And so you can do whatever you want with
you
it.
got vanilla, you got vanilla bean, there's multiple different kinds too.
Sure.
I'm a vanilla connoisseur, so
Burgers, brats, or hot dogs?
I'm a burgers guy.
What do you want on that burger?
Ketchup, mustard, pickles, cheese, just about everything but tomato. So,
Fairly traditional burger, though.
yep.
Okay. And your favorite major league team?
Brewers.
All right. Now, if you could sit down and have a conversation or a meal with some kind of baseball personality, whether it's a player, former player, other baseball personality, who would it be and why?
Yeah, for sure. I got a couple that come off the bat right away. Bob Uecker would be one of them.
And he played in Eau Claire.
Played in Eau Claire, huge baseball personality with the Brewers. You've never seen a guy fall in love with a team more than Bob Uecker did with the Brewers, and I really respect that. If we're going players-wise, a couple, Sandy Koufax, I'd love to sit down with. He didn't have a very long career, but it was super dominant. One of the most dominant pitchers that the MLB has ever seen.
I've got to share this with you. My very first major league game was back when the Braves were still in Milwaukee, and I got to see. My father took me to a Braves-Dodgers doubleheader. Koufax and Drysdale pitched the doubleheader, and I got to see Hank Aaron hit a home run off of Don Drysdale. But that was talk about a all-star Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that.
Okay, now if you had a superpower, what might that be?
I don't know. I kind of gravitate towards wanting to read people's minds. I love knowing what people think, and as a pitcher, if I know what the hitter's thinking, it's a lot easier for me to pitch to them, right?
Okay, what am I thinking for the next question?
Next question, what's my name going to be, superhero name?
Hey, you nailed it. So what's your superhero name?
I don't know. Kind of put me on the spot here. We'll go Magic Millie. How about that?
Magic Millie, okay, yeah. All right. We're talking with Andrew Milner today on Cavalier Profile. How about a shout out to your family and friends that come and watch you play?
Mom, Dad, Mackenzie, Elena, thanks for coming to my games. We're looking forward to seeing you in the summer.
So remind us, when people come to Cavalier games, what number are you wearing and where are we going to find you on the field?
I wear number 15, and you'll find me pitching the southpaw, the lefty.
Okay, we want to thank Andrew Milner for joining us today on Cavalier Profile. Coming up next, more of In the Dugout.
This has been Cavalier Profile. where we get to know a little better who plays on the Cavalier baseball team. Stay tuned, more in the dugout coming right up.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. Today the Cavaliers will take on the Bloomer Woodticks. Now if the Cavaliers want to defend their CRBL title, they need to win the games they should win. Today is such a game. However, the Woodticks have proven that if a team is not ready, surprises may be in store. Just ask the Osseo Merchants. So the Cavaliers are ready to take on the Bloomer Woodticks, and we'll have all the action of today's game for you right here on NLWN-TV. Now in just a moment, I'll be joining the rest of our broadcast crew at the Bloomer Ball Field in Bloomer as we get ready for today's Chippewa River Baseball League battle between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Bloomer Woodticks. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to In the Dugout on NLWN-TV.
You quit smoking and thought, that's that. But here's the thing about lung cancer. By the time you see the symptoms, it could be too late. But now, there's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early, when it's more curable. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
You've been watching the In the Dugout show with a look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Stay tuned! Coming up next is live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball. It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Sladen's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Sladen's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Sladen's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Sladen's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Sladen's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Here we go, feeling the fire. Cavalier spirit,
NLWN-TV proudly presents Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball. Follow the Cavaliers as they defend their Chippewa River Baseball League title.
under the lights where legends are born. Diamond warriors with heart that's worn. Uniform shining, proud on the field. A title to defend, a promise revealed. Cavalier champions, hear the crowd roar. Defending our title, we're hungry for more.
So now, let's go out to the ballpark in today's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball game.
With victory in sight and a future so bright, together we rise, Cavalier spirit in flight.
And welcome to Bloomer as we are just getting started. Cavaliers taking on the Bloomer Woodticks. Brayton Tillman at the plate, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. One umpire tonight, Doug Matthews, calling balls and strikes. He's calling everything else in the game, too. And he laces that one foul, Tillman does. Taking a look at the Woodticks defensively, third base is Jesse Urbanek, Connor Hicks at short, Corey Poyer is out at second. And Nathan Weber is on at first. That pitch is a ball. Patrick Callahan behind the plate. Curtis Dockel on the mound. Jeremiah Campbell, Curtis Nesker, and Joe Walgren are left to right out in the outfield. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. And so Tillman goes down swinging. So 1 away, and up steps Xavier Bemnister. Cavs are coming off kind of weird win last night
11-9 over the Marshfield Chaparrals in a game that only went 5 innings because the mound basically became unplayable. Daco winds and fires, and Bemnister laces one out into right field. It falls in for a base hit, and Bemnister gets things started with a single to right. That's going to bring up Carter Veith. Veith batting .300 on the season.
Game time temperature is 74 degrees with a haze in the sky.
Amen to that. You can barely see the hills off in the distance. Yeah. And there is a high pop foul out of play. That's out behind us. Carter Veith at the plate. Bemnister takes his lead, and the pitch is called strike. Bemnister in at second, and he got there. Oh, he said he's out. Doug Matthews said he was caught stealing. So 2 down. And 2 strikes is the count. That pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on. 1-2 to Carter Veith. And the 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the top of the first. And the pitch. There's a high pop-up into shallow left field, moving back and making the catch and hanging on is Connor Hicks as he fell to the ground. And that's going to do it for the Cavaliers. No runs on, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We played a half inning. It's the Cavaliers nothing, and the Woodticks are coming to bat on NLWN-TV.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal. The sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us, on the roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
Visit either of Eau Claire's 2 locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores on Highway 93 or North Claremont Avenue.
Honey, the kids are antsy. What can we do that will keep all of us entertained and won't break the bank?
How about we take them to the Cavaliers game? Tickets are inexpensive, there's popcorn, hot dogs, and other baseball treats, and great baseball action.
That's right, Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball, your best choice for affordable family entertainment. Check out the schedule at www.eauclaircavaliers.org.
And back here at Bloomer Ball Field, and the Bloomer Woodticks are going to come to bat in the bottom of the first. Jay, why don't you let us know who's coming up?
Jeremiah Campbell's leading off. He's the left fielder. Connor Hicks playing shortstop, batting second. Patrick Callahan, the catcher, is number 3. The cleanup batter, Corey Poirier, is playing second. The pitcher, Curtis Dackel, is in the 5th position. Curtis Nesko playing center field, batting 6th. Nathan Weber, the first baseman, is in the 7th position. Jesse Urbanek is the 3rd baseman, and he is batting 8th. And Joe Walgren, the right fielder, is batting 9th.
Okay, and the Woodticks have a 2-10 record in the Chippewa River League. And coming up, the Cavaliers are currently sitting at 11-4 in the CRBL after that big win on Wednesday down in Osseo.
I didn't see your seeds in there at all. This is all I got. Oh, put them somewhere. There's like a schedule.
And now we're ready. Taking a look at the Cavaliers defensively, Xavier Bemnister at third, Cade Mueller at short, Carter Veith is at second, Jerome Delikowski at first, Sam Knickerbocker behind the plate. The outfield is Ryan Hull, Brayton Tillman, and Carson Windeshausen going left to right. And the first pitch is a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes, and that's ball 2. Campbell batting .462, but it's in limited at bats. Swing and a miss for strike 1. You know, I haven't introduced our crew yet today. So it's me, Rick Olson, along with Jay Fall, providing our other analytical descriptions of the game. Sealy Bemnister is on the computer, Dan Petchow on the camera. And there is a called strike. Andrew Milner on the mound for the Cavaliers. He has a 5-2-1 record, 5 wins, 2 losses, and a save. 2.23 earned run average. And there's ball 4. He's gone 48 and a third innings. And in that he's given up, or has 47 strikeouts. Connor Hicks steps to the plate, batting .296. Shows bunt. And it missed for a ball. Steady breeze blowing here in Bloomer.
Feels like it's blowing in toward the plate.
That pitch was a called strike. Yeah, I think you're right for the most part. It's blowing in. Showing bunt again. He offered that time. It's a strike. So 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. There's a high pop-up foul out of play. Milner looks over at first and now delivers. There's a fly ball out into right field. Windeshausen takes a few steps over to his left and makes the catch. And Campbell has to hustle back to first. So 1 away. Patrick Callahan comes to the plate.
Callahan's batting .421.
He's the catcher. There's a ground ball over toward first, picked up by Delikowski, flipped. Oh, and Milner dropped the ball as it was flipped to him. And so it's going to be an error on Milner. And runners are now on the corners, because Campbell checks in at third. That'll bring up Corey Poyer. Woodticks mounting a threat here in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch. There's a strike called.
Pass ball right down the middle.
Yeah, he painted the center stripe on Highway 40 there. That got the inside corner. 0-2 is now the count. Milner got a rare chance to bat last night. He had a strikeout and put 2 balls into play. There's a fly ball out into center field. Moving over is Tillman. He makes the catch. Run comes in to score. So it's going to be a sacrifice fly for Poyer, as Campbell scores, and it's going to bring up Curtis Dockel, who, according to what I was able to find, doesn't have an at-bat in CRBL games yet this year. And the pitch. That's high for a ball. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. For those of you keeping score at home, that run that came in by Poyer is an unearned run. Runner goes. Pitch is high. Throw down to second. And they called him safe at second. So Callahan gets a stolen base. A ball and 2 strikes. That pitch missed outside. Counts even at 2-2. Oh, 3-1 is the count. There's a strike, so now it's 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 3. So for the Woodticks, they pick up 1 run on no hits. There was 1 Cavalier error and 1 left on base. We played an inning, and it's the Bloomer Woodticks 1 and the Cavaliers nothing on NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Menominee Eye and Optical can help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract or LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eyewear for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality personalized care for you and your family.
Back here at Bloomer, as the Cavs are trailing going into the second inning. I said it. Second inning.
You're on a roll with that, Rick.
Well, I don't know. Last night I got tongue-tied in it again. I was just thankful you weren't there to give me a hard time about it.
Darn, Mr. Big
And
Man.
So, anyway, the Cavs are trailing 1-0 on an unearned run. Due up for the Cavaliers, we have Sam Knickerbocker, Carson Windeshausen, and Cade Mueller. And we're waiting for Knickerbocker to step up to the plate. He's waiting for the infielders to get set. And now he steps in.
Catcher's bantering back and forth there.
He's also bantering with the umpire. That one got past Callahan. Ball 1. Catchers and umpires have kind of a unique relationship. Pitch is inside. And the pitch. There's a fly ball out into right field. Foul. 2-1 is the count. And Jay quickly grabbing the tape as things are trying to blow away from us over here. Daco winds and fires. There's a curveball strike. Daco is the crafty veteran here on the Woodticks. And there's a line shot
foul down the first baseline. Yeah, Dockel has given the Cavaliers lots of troubles over the years. Here's the pitch. That's a high pop foul. Callahan over by the fence, and he makes a catch. So one away. That brings up Carson Windeshausen. Wendy's batting .273. Here's the wind in the pitch. That one's over Windeshausen's head and slams against the backstop. Now, I didn't hear what he said. You want to repeat that?
Maybe I better not. I didn't know I ticked you off that much. Some variation of that.
And a swing and a miss for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Great seats here. We can hear everything.
And that pitch is down and away. There's a scattering of people here at the ballpark. Aside from the haze, it's a nice day for a game. Check swing. They say he went. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. Dockel shakes off a sign. Now he's into his motion. Check swing high for a ball.
3:15 down the lines here at Bloomer.
Unfortunately, they have the batter's eye preventing us from seeing any distances straightaway center. Pop up out of play on the right side. Yeah, there are no little kids here to go chasing after the foul balls. So the little kids have started to look older. And the pitch, ground ball, foul down the third baseline.
Let's go, Cars. You got it.
Dockel looks in. He winds and fires. There's a ground ball out in over to third. Throw over to first. It's in time. Picked up by Urbanek, and he made the throw. That's going to bring up Cade Mueller. Mueller batting .260, playing shortstop today. And that one was high.
Second Cav batter that had to duck.
Well, if they don't duck, they end up quacking up. And there's a soft line drive over to second, caught by Corey Poyer for the out. So the Cavs go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And we've played an inning and a half, and it's the Bloomer Woodticks 1, Cavaliers nothing on NLWN-TV.
Auto Vision Center in Eau Claire, your source for auto glass repair and replacement. Their quality work comes complete with a lifetime warranty on workmanship. When it comes to windshield repair and replacement, Auto Vision Center provides mobile auto glass services with free estimates. So if your windshield needs help, call Auto Vision Center today. That's Auto Vision Center at 1631 North Claremont in Eau Claire. Call 715-834-5277.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Back here in Bloomer as we head to the bottom of the second inning, due up are Curtis Nesker, Nathan Weber, and Jesse Urbanek. Ball heads down to second, and Curtis Nesker comes to the plate. He has very limited at-bats this year. He's batting 150. Andrew Milner winds and fires. That's a strike called. Another one to paint the center stripe on Highway 40.
You bet.
And here's the pitch. There's a ground ball over toward first. Let's try this again. Flip to Milner. This time he hangs on.
That air is not on.
And so it's a 3-1 covering. So Ryan Bemnister came over and said that error in the first inning wasn't on Milner, so it had to have been on Delikowski, because it was an error on somebody. And there's a called strike. And that one just missed. A ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. Nathan Weber at the plate, looking for his first hit for the Woodticks. Swing and a miss, strike three. So he's still looking for his first hit. That'll bring up Jesse Urbanek batting 143. Milner winds and delivers. Strike called at the letters. Jesse Urbanek, the third baseman. And the pitch. Strike two at the belt. Here's the wind in the pitch. Strike three called. So Milner sets him down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 2 innings, and it's the Woodticks 1, Cavaliers nothing on NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV take you out to the ball game. Our next broadcast will be on Monday, July 14th, when we will bring you the Cavaliers taking on the Plum City Blues from Carson Park. Live coverage on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:30 p.m. That's Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on Monday, July 14th on NLWN-TV.
Get in touch with the roots of the Chippewa Valley at the Chippewa Valley Museum. Located in Eau Claire's Carson Park, with a mission of connecting people to their community and inspire curiosity. From reinventing the Chippewa Valley, a century of change in farm life, the Farmhouse Theater, along with the Wisconsin Logging Museum and Logging Camp. Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum features special temporary exhibits and traveling exhibits, as well as web exhibits. The Chippewa Valley Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Call for more information at 715-834-7871.
And the summer hours for the Chippewa Valley Museum are now in effect, which includes Sundays, so make sure to check out cvmuseum.com for more information. Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum would like to invite you to go on a one-of-a-kind after-hours tour to discover some of the museum's best-kept secrets. You'll see special collections, peek behind secret doors, and the tours are limited to 20 people. Admission is $20 per person, $10 if you're a museum member. Call Dustin Dubuque to register, 715-834-7871. Ground ball over to short, throw over to first, and Ashton Kroll is retired. That's going to bring up Jerome Delikowski, batting 182. He laced a double yesterday over in Marshfield. That phone number again, if you want to take part in one of those museum tours, 715-834-7871. Check swing strike called. They say he went. And the pitch, that's outside for a ball. Peek behind secret doors.
Sounds intriguing.
It does. Here's a pitch. Inside for a ball. 2-1 is the count to Jerome Delikowski. And the pitch, that's outside, counts even at 2-2. I remember we did a special feature a couple years ago in our Between Games programming, and there are some interesting collections that aren't out on display all the time. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Or that's strike 2. Got to use all my fingers, you know. Here's the pitch. That's inside for ball 4. I can turn a K into a BB very easily. That's going to bring up Ryan Hull.
Well, that's how I do it. When I run out of fingers, I know it's full count. So
yeah, it must be. Ryan Hull batting .250. His is limited at bats as well. Although he did play the whole game yesterday, all 5 innings of it. There's a shot out into right field for a base hit. And Delikowski just barely beat the throw to second. So back to the top of the order now. Brayton Tillman coming to the plate. He struck out his first time up. Cavs have runners at first and second. With 1 out. And the pitch. There's a foul back out of play. Cavs trailing 1-0. We're in the top of the third. There's a chopped foul right at the plate. One down, 0-2 the count. Brayton Tillman, Xavier Bemnister on deck. Dockel looking in. Now looks over at second. And delivers. Fouls back. Woodticks in their traditional gray uniform with white letters. There's another foul off on the left side. White shirts, gray numerals, white pants, gray hats. Cavs in their road pinstripe blues with pinstripe white pants. There's a shot right into the glove at first base of Nathan Weber, and he steps on first to double off Ryan Hull, and that's going to do it for the Cavaliers. So, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and 1 was left on base. We've played 2.5, and it's the Woodticks 1, Cavaliers nothing on NLWN-TV.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive?
ZWX.
You're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
NLWN-2 invites you to join us in our time machine and journey back to the 1860s for some vintage baseball with the Menominee Blue Caps. Our next broadcast will be on Monday, August 18th, as the Blue Caps will be in action from Pioneer Village's old-fashioned county fair in Cameron, Wisconsin. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. That's Vintage Baseball, Monday, August 18th, on NLWN-2.
So we go into the bottom half of the third inning. Cavs trailing 1-0. Andrew Milner on the mound. Very unfortunate ending to the top half of the third. Brayton Tillman hit it right on the stitching and sent the ball what looked like it was going to be out into right field, only Nathan Weber's glove got in the way. And then Weber just had to step on first. First pitch is a called strike to Joe Walgren. And according to our records, this is his first at bat. Swing and a miss, strike two. Milner winds and fires. Swing and a miss for strike three. Reached for that one. That's the fourth strikeout for Andrew Milner today. Back to the top of the order, Jeremiah Campbell, who drew a walk and scored the only run of the game so far. That one's a little high. Ball one. Milner delivers. There's a foul back into the fence. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. That just missed outside. 2 balls and a strike. Milner comes with a fastball that stays high. Three and one is the count. And the pitch. And that was just a little bit low. So Campbell draws his second walk of the day. That'll bring up Connor Hicks, who flew out to right field his last time up. Here's the pitch. It's down low. Milner at the belt, and it's down low for a ball. Two and 0 is the count to Connor Hicks. And the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. Milner at the belt. And the pitch. Strike two called. Thigh high over the inside third of the plate. Counts all even at 2 and 2. And that one's fouled back into the screen right above us. Patrick Callahan came running out of the Bloomer dugout from the on-deck circle to get that. And
Sam Knickerbocker raced him over there. Battle of the two catchers there. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that is going to bring up Callahan, who got on an error his first time up. Milner looks over at first, and now he delivers. That's outside for ball 1. And the pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two down, runner on first. And the pitch, fly ball over to second base. And it's taken in there, and that'll do it for the Woodticks. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We've completed 3, and it's the Bloomer Woodticks 1, Cavaliers nothing on NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV take you out to the ball game. Our next broadcast will be on Monday, July 14th, when we will bring you the Cavaliers taking on the Plum City Blues from Carson Park. Live coverage on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:30 p.m. That's Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on Monday, July 14th on NLWN-TV.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Yeah, welcome. Hi.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
So we go to the top of the 4th inning. Cavaliers trailing 1-0, and to take us through the middle innings, here's Jay Fall.
Thank you, Rick. Bloomer Woodticks, 1 run on no hits and no errors. And first pitch of ball. The Cavaliers through 3 innings, no runs, 1 hit, 2 hits, 1 error. Ball out into center field or left center.
That was Xavier Bemnister sending that one on a ride, but being hauled in by Jeremiah Campbell.
So Carter Veith coming to the plate. He flew out to the shortstop the first time he was up in the first inning, and the first pitch outside, ball 1.
Dockel does not have overpowering speed, but he usually has good control, and he's one of these pitchers that they say pitches to contact and relies on his defense behind him.
And that one down the middle for strike 1, 2-1.
There's a changeup, drop down in over the plate.
And that one outside for ball 2. Ball 3. 3-1. And that pitch fouled off down the third base side. Full count. 1 out. Payoff pitch to Carter Heath. That one very high for a walk. Sam Knickerbocker, the Cavaliers catcher, batting next. He flew out to the catcher the last time he was up.
He was pretty frustrated with that, too. It was a foul ball back at the fence, and Callahan got back there and made the catch.
That ball low, ball 1. He takes a lead at first, checked over there. Delivery, and a shot down the right field line. Went foul. 1-1.
That's one if he straightens it out a little. It had extra bases written on it.
1-1. Dockel delivers that one outside. Ball 2. Bloomer leading the Cavs 1-0, top of the 4th. And popped up, and Knickerbocker frustrated, pulling it down. Connor Hicks for the second out. 2 down. Carson Windeshausen now the batter, the right fielder. He was thrown out at first last time he was up. Back in the second inning.
Pulled it over towards third.
Dockel checks Veith again at first. Delivers. Shoulder high, ball 1. Or a chin high, we'll call it.
It didn't make him duck this time.
That's true. That one low. Ball 2. 2-0. Cavs with 2 outs. Dockel checks over to first, delivers, and that one a strike, and going over to first, and they got him. So 2-4.
So Carter Veith is caught stealing. That means when the Cavs come up next inning, Carson Windeshausen will lead things off.
So there are, in the Cavaliers' 4th inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Score at the end of 3.5 innings of play. The Bloomer Woodticks won, the Eau Claire Cavaliers nothing here on NLWN-TV.
In November of 2018, our daughter Jana passed away. The outpouring of support was unbelievable. Support that we received inspired us to start a foundation called the Jana Kelly Memorial Foundation. And through that foundation,
we've given back in a lot of different ways, through projects, through different other charities that we've supported. We like to help Humane Association, and the Ronald McDonald House is something that's very near and dear to us. We've also recently, this last year, we actually built a tiny house. It's really exciting to be able to give back in different ways.
To learn more or to help financially, find us on Facebook or www.janakelly.com.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
2 up. Poirier, Dockel, and Neskel as the Woodticks. Corey Poirier swings for strike 1.
He had a sacrifice fly his last time up that drove in the only run.
That one low for ball 1. 1-1. Delivery, connection, and that one out to center field, where Braden Tillman brings it in for out number 1.
In fact, that was almost the same place he hit that sac fly.
Yeah. Pitcher Curtis Dockel now is the batter for the Woodticks of Bloomer. He struck out last time he was up in the first inning. Milner's delivery right down the middle for strike 1. And that one swung and missed by Curtis Dockel.
It never ceases to amaze me how pitchers struggle at the plate when they see good pitches every time they throw the ball.
And swing and a miss for strike 3 in the second out of the inning.
That was basically good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Center fielder Curtis Neskel comes up for the Woodticks. Delivery. And strike 1. Milner, delivery. That one popped up. Foul out of play. Right behind us. Nice open field for it to drop into. Milner looks in. Over to the dugout. Delivers. And that one drops into right field for a base hit.
That's the first hit of the game for the Woodticks.
Yes, a sacrifice fly late in the first inning was an unearned run, or brought in an unearned run for Bloomer. Swing and a miss. Throw back to first. Nesker got back.
It was a close play at first. Delikowski did the sweep tag, and then actually it was almost a reverse sweep tag, and took a look at Doug Matthews behind the plate.
Milner delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 the count. 2 outs for Bloomer. Bottom of the 4th inning. Delivery, that one chopped into the infield. The throw to first in time to retire the side. So for Bloomer in the 4th inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left. Score at the end, after 4 innings, is Bloomer 1, Cavaliers nothing here on NLWN-TV.
When people are fed, futures are nourished. They can connect with the world around them, unlock endless possibilities, and thrive. Join the movement to end hunger. Volunteer. Advocate. Donate. Go to feedingamerica.org/act now.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal. The sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us, on the roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
Visit either of Eau Claire's 2 locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores on Highway 93 or North Claremont Avenue.
Through 4 complete innings of play, the Bloomer Woodticks have 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. The Eau Claire Cavaliers, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error. And due up in the 5th inning is Carson Windeshausen, Cade Mueller, and Ashton Kroll.
Windeshausen was at bat when Carter Veith got thrown out at second.
So Windeshausen was up in the 2nd inning, and he hit the ball over toward third base and ended up getting thrown out at first. Swing and a miss on Curtis Dockel's pitch for Carson Windeshausen, strike 1.
Took a good solid swing at it, just flat out missed.
And a nice hit out toward second base. The throw from Poirier to Weber is in time for the Cavaliers' first out of the 5th inning. Cade Mueller now coming to bat. He flew out to second base area.
Now, I didn't go out and look at that infield, but it sure looks as if that grass might be a little on the long side because those balls are just slowing down as they hit that grass.
First pitch is a ball from Curtis Dockel. And that one low, 2-0.
Last time up, Cade Mueller hit a soft liner over to second.
And that one right down the middle for strike 1, 2-1. One out in the top of the 5th for the Cavs. And that one bounces off the plate into the air. For ball 3, 3-1.
Boy, if anybody needed to take advantage of a hitter's pitch, it's right about now.
And that one popped up. And it was caught by Patrick Callahan, the catcher. 2 down. Designated hitter Ashton Kroll coming up now. He was thrown out at first the last time he was up in the 3rd inning. Cavs trail Bloomer 1-0. First pitch, check swing, ball 1. Dockel delivers, swing and a miss for Kroll, 1-1.
Dockel throws a lot of off-speed pitches, and as I said earlier, he doesn't have anything real overpowering, but when you throw a lot of off-speed pitches, your fastball, even though it might not be the fastest thing you've ever seen, looks a lot faster.
Last one tip foul. Counts 1-2. That pitch bounces in the dirt and back behind the catcher. 2-2. That ball hit foul down the first base line.
Just out of play.
Two and two the count. 2 outs in the Cavs' 5th inning. Swing and a miss, and catcher's going to throw to first and got him.
That was close because Callahan had a tough time picking up the ball, and Kroll took off, almost beat the throw.
So in the top of the fifth inning for the Eau Claire Cavaliers, no runs, no hits, no errors by the Woodticks, no runners left. Score at the end of 4.5 innings of play is Bloomer 1, Eau Claire Cavs nothing on NLWN-TV.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
Honey, the kids are antsy. What can we do that will keep all of us entertained and won't break the bank?
How about we take them to the Cavaliers game? Tickets are inexpensive, there's popcorn, hot dogs, and other baseball treats, and great baseball action.
That's right, Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball, your best choice for affordable family entertainment. Check out the schedule at www.eauclaircavaliers.org.
Leading off, Jesse Urbanek, the third baseman. He struck out the last time he was up in the second inning. Shows bunt, and that one fouled back into the fence. Strike one. Urbanek, Walgren, and Campbell due up. Oh and 1. Milner fires, swing and a miss, strike two. Good solid fastball there. Oh and 2 the count to Jesse Urbanek, and that one is outside for ball one. 1 and 2. And that one right down the middle for a called strike three.
Milner came back with the fastball at the knees that time. That's his 7th strikeout of the game.
Joe Walgren, the right fielder, now up for the Woodticks. He struck out in the third inning the last time he batted. Milner delivers that one outside and low for ball one.
Milner a little frustrated with himself that time. He knew that one got away from him.
And a swing and a miss for strike one.
And that one didn't get away from him.
1 and 1. That one caught catching the outside corner for strike two. 1 and 2.
This is when Andrew Milner is fun to watch pitch, when he's painting the black.
And the pitch, all tipped over the Woodticks dugout. Out of play. Milner ready. The throw and the pitch, and that one's high for ball two. 2 and 2. With a pitch, swing and a miss for strike three. 2 straight strikeouts for Andrew Milner. That brings up the top of the order. Jeremiah Campbell, the left fielder, he walked twice, so he's not had an official at-bat yet. He scored the Woodticks' only run on the sac fly in the first. That one, right down the middle, strike one.
Right at the letters.
Milner's pitch, that one, fouled out of play. Strike two. 0 and 2. 2 outs for the Woodticks. Andrew Milner winds, and the throw, swing and a miss for strike three.
He just threw that one right past him.
Yeah. 3 straight strikeouts, so no runs, no hits, no Cavalier errors, and no base runners left. Score at the end of 5 innings of play. The Bloomer Woodticks 1, the Eau Claire Cavaliers nothing on NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Auto Vision Center in Eau Claire, your source for auto glass repair and replacement. Their quality work comes complete with a lifetime warranty on workmanship. When it comes to windshield repair and replacement, Auto Vision Center provides mobile auto glass services with free estimates. So if your windshield needs help, call Auto Vision Center today. That's Auto Vision Center at 1631 North Claremont in Eau Claire. Call 715-834-5277.
In the Cavaliers' 6th inning, due up are Jerome Delikowski, Ryan Hull, and Brayton Tillman. And stepping in, Jerome Delikowski, the first baseman.
Well, Jay, we have an old-fashioned pitcher's duel going on here.
We sure do. Swing and a miss on Jerome's first pitch, strike 1. Jerome walked the last time he was up, so he's looking for an at-bat. That one high, ball 1. 1-1.
He's looking for not only an at-bat, but a productive at-bat.
Yes. That one down the middle for strike 2, 1-2.
Yesterday in Marshfield, he hit a double out to the center field fence. Be nice to see him do that again.
Would be a good time to do that. And that one hit down the third baseline foul.
That was only about a foot foul as it went past the base at third, and that had extra bases written all over it.
1-2 the count. Delikowski hits that out into right field. Underneath it is Joe Walgren to make the catch for the Woodticks. 1 down now for the Cavs in the 6th. And left fielder Ryan Hall, who had a base hit out to right his first time up.
One of the 2 Cavalier hits in the game today.
The other was Xavier Bemnister out to right field in the 1st.
Umpire Doug Matthews calling time to let Ryan Bemnister get back toward the coach's box because he went way down into that left field corner to retrieve that foul ball by Delikowski.
Strike 1 right down the middle. 1 out. Top of the 6th. Curtis Dockel delivers that one right into the glove of Nathan Weber.
That's the 3rd line out by the Cavs. 2 of them to Weber. And check the size of his glove. It might be extra big or something because it seems to get in the way of the Cavalier balls.
And speaking of lineouts to the first baseman, Brayton Tillman is now up, and that's what he did the last time he was up in the 3rd. But that one takes a shot, and he finds it out and into right field, and he's going to go for 2, and actually headed toward 3rd, and he's in.
A triple. Walgren kind of misjudged that, and the ball got past him, rolled all the way out to the fence, and Tillman was, you could tell by the time he rounded first, he wasn't stopping at second.
So the Cavs have the tying run on 3rd with 2 outs, and Xavier Bemnister, the 3rd baseman, now up.
He has the other Cavalier hit.
And that one chopped up the middle. It's grabbed at shortstop, and
they called him safe.
Throw it out in time.
And so gives Bemnister an RBI as Tilly comes in to score.
And we're tied at 1. So Carter Veith, the second baseman, is up. He walked and flew out to the shortstop. Taco looks over at first, delivers, swing and a miss, strike 1.
He chased a high fastball that time. You've heard me say it many times before. It looks like a beach ball coming in when it's up there.
Taco checks over to Bemnister, and that one high for ball 1. 1-1. 2 outs.
Bemnister better be awake over at first. Taco tried to pick him off and almost got him.
And as soon as he released that one, Dockel said, "Oh, bad," and it hit Veith. Sam Knickerbocker comes up now. He has flown out twice.
You know, this is a critical time through the lineup for the Cavs. This is a third time through, and this is, they say, when batters are struggling with a pitcher, it's the third time through that all of a sudden they tend to get them figured out. So we could be looking for good things for the Cavs here. I probably just jinxed it, though.
We'll find out soon here. And Knickerbocker looks at a strike. 0-1. Runners on first and second. Dockel checks back to second. Again. And that one falls low.
Knickerbocker had a notion that time. But it's kind of like when I go shopping. I get a notion sometimes, but doesn't mean I'm spending.
And that one high, ball 2. Taco looks back at second, delivers, and Knickerbocker knocks it down to first, and he is forced out there for the Cavaliers in the 6th inning. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors by the Bloomer Woodticks, and 2 runners left. Score at 5.5 innings of play completed. The Eau Claire Cavaliers won, the Bloomer Woodticks won on NLWN-TV.
If your estate isn't looking quite estate-like, let Midwest Environmental Consultants landscape your estate right up to snuff with installation of retaining walls, brick patios, foundation planting beds, and so much more. Then they'll keep it that way with their expert lawn care service. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your estate the showplace of the neighborhood.
I'm Chris Jakomick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is, "My job is people, everyone is my business." But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakomick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. My service never stops.
And welcome back to Bloomer, where the Bloomer Woodticks and the Eau Claire Cavaliers tied up at 1 run apiece. 2 up in the 6th inning for Bloomer: Connor Hicks, Patrick Callahan, and Cody Poirier.
Now this is a makeup game today. Cavs are supposed to play the Woodticks in a doubleheader back on, I think it was June 14th. And that, of course, in that stretch of rain in June, got rained out. And so it's being made up as 2 separate games, which changes it a bit too. As a doubleheader, it was scheduled for 2 7s, and now it's 2 9-inning games, 1 game today and 1 game on the 25th. A game on the 25th will be at Carson Park because of field availability, and Bloomer will be the home team at that game.
So stepping in for the 6th inning for the Woodticks, Connor Hicks, the shortstop who struck out and flew out to right field. First pitch outside, ball 1. That one low and into the dirt, ball 2. Hazy Saturday afternoon here at Bloomer. That one down the middle for strike 1, 2-1. Sun peeking out every once in a while. And that ball popped up to right field, and Carter Windeshausen caught it for out number 1.
The wind is a little tricky out there in right field. Notice Windeshausen moving over to his right, and then all of a sudden had to change direction and drop back a little bit. He had it tracked, but it carried a little further than he initially thought.
Now batting Patrick Callahan, the catcher. Got on in an error and flew out to second. That ball popped up to first base. Carter Windeshausen Jerome Delikowski underneath it for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down in the 6th inning for the Bloomer Woodticks. Corey Poirier, the second baseman, is up now. He had that sacrifice fly out to center that helped score Bloomer's only run, and he flew out to center in the 4th inning. That one just at the knees for ball or strike 1.
Yeah, both those flyouts were almost to the same place.
That one low and inside, ball 1. 1-1 to Poirier.
And Sam Knickerbocker thought maybe they got that one.
And that one tipped foul for strike 2. Back to the fence.
Oh, Ryan Bemnister's having fun. He's using big words today.
Yes, flabbergasted.
Is that the way he is at home, Seeley? Yeah? Okay.
Never a dull moment at the ball field or at home. Okay. 2-2 the count. Milner delivers. That pitch drops into center field for a base hit. So Poirier on, and Curtis Dockel, the pitcher who has struck out twice, is now batting for Bloomer.
But Seeley wouldn't trade him for a future draft pick by any chance.
Ball 1, swing and a miss for strike 1, 1-1. Milner checks over to first, delivers. That ball gets loose, and Knickerbocker knocked it down, but Poirier was able to get over to second on the steal. So the count 2-1. Poirier moves to second. Milner's pitch swung on and missed, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dockel is that ball Hammered back into the fence, foul. Still 2-2.
Poyer was going on that pitch. See if he goes again.
And that ball hit down toward Xavier Bemnister. The throw to first in time to retire the Woodticks in the 6th inning. So there were no runs, 1 hit, no Cavalier errors, and 1 runner left. Score at the end of 6 complete innings of play. The Bloomer Woodticks won, the Eau Claire Cavaliers won on NLWN-TV.
Get in touch with the roots of the Chippewa Valley at the Chippewa Valley Museum, located in Eau Claire's Carson Park, with a mission of connecting people to their community and inspire curiosity. From reinventing the Chippewa Valley, a century of change in farm life, the Farmhouse Theater, along with the Wisconsin Logging Museum and Logging Camp. Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum features special temporary exhibits and traveling exhibits, as well as web exhibits. The Chippewa Valley Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Call for more information at 715-834-7871.
On Sunday, July 20th, a week from tomorrow, the Chippewa Valley Museum invites you to bring a chair or blanket and join them for Music on the Lawn. This is a special program offered by the museum free of charge each Sunday in July. Next Sunday will feature The Nunnery with layered vocal loops and electronic soundscapes. That's 2 to 3 p.m. at the Chippewa Valley Museum. And now to take us the rest of the way in today's game between the Cavs and Bloomer, here's Rick Olson.
And due up in the top of the 7th inning as we're all tied up at 1. We have Carson Windeshausen, Kate Mueller, and Ashton Kroll.
Well, that's no fun.
And oh, poor Ryan.
Oh.
You wonder if his mind is on baseball at all, didn't you? We might have to call that the Ryan camera over there. That camera that's looking down the third baseline.
Yep.
So Carson Windeshausen comes to the plate. He's grounded out twice, once to third and once to second. Time to get it out of the infield. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Chased one outside that time. No balls.
Windy thrown out at first the other 2 times he batted.
The 0-2 pitch. There's a fly ball. Foul. Just on the third baseline. Just barely foul. So the count remains 0-2. And the pitch, that one's down in the dirt outside. Curtis Stockel on the mound. He winds and fires. That's high for ball 2. Counts all even. Here's the pitch. That's high for ball 3. Count is now full. Windeshausen's worked it back to a full count. Stockel looks in. Here's the payoff pitch. There's a fly ball out towards left field. That's fairly deep. Getting back over there and making the catch is Jeremiah Campbell. So 1 down. That'll bring up Cade Mueller. Mueller hit one of those line shots over to second into Corey Poyer's glove, and then fouled out to Callahan behind the plate. He chops this one down the third base line. Throw over to first. It's in time. So 2 down. It's going to bring up Ashton Kroll. Kroll grounded to short and struck out. We're all tied at 1. We're in the 7th inning. I guess it's a good thing for the Cavs that this isn't a doubleheader anymore. Kroll had a notion, but it was high for a ball. There's the pitch. That's outside for a ball. For those of you that have been following our feature between games of doubleheaders, Eau Claire Baseball Memories, the fact that this was originally scheduled as a doubleheader, that episode is going to be aired as part of the pregame show for the game on the 25th. Three and 1 is the count. 3-0. Doesn't matter. That's ball 4. So runner on first, Jerome Delikowski at the plate. He's walked and flew out to right. And there's a strike called at the letters. Curtis Dockel looking in for the sign, looks over at first. He's at the belt. And the pitch. There's a high fly ball. That's fairly deep out into left center field. And that's off the wall. Coming into third and coming toward the plate. We're going to have a play at the plate. And safe. Ashton Kroll comes around from first on the single by Delikowski, and then Delikowski went to second on the play at the plate. That hit the wall on the fly, and the Cavs go on top, 2-1. So with 2 down, we're back down at the bottom of the order. Ryan Hull singled and lined the pitcher. There's a shot out into left field that's going to fall in for a base hit. Delikowski rounds third. He's going to come in to score as Ryan Hull gets an RBI single. One of those sinking line drives that fell in. And that takes us back to the top of the order to Brayton Tillman. Tillman tripled his last time up to right field. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And that's a strike at the knees. Tillman does have a home run in his repertoire. 1 of 3 that the Cavaliers have hit this year. That's high and away. One and 2 is the count to Brayton Tillman. 2 down, runner on first, 2 runs in. There's a shot out into right field. That's going to roll into the corner. Tillman heading over to second, checking in at third, rounding third, coming toward the plate and in to score, standing up is Hull. And Tillman goes to third. Tillman's going to get credit for a double. He went to third on the play at the plate.
He does get an RBI as Ryan Hull came in to score. It's a 3-run inning for the Cavaliers. Callahan wants to have a talk with Curtis Dockel out on the mound, as we're going to get Xavier Bemnister coming to the plate. Bemnister is working on a 2-hit day. He singled to right, got an infield hit to short, and he also flew out to left. So he's kind of been spraying it all over the place. Swing and a miss for strike one, shoulder high. He sees Tillman over there on third. He wants to bring him in. There's a shot through the hole out into left field. Tillman comes in to score. Bemnister has a 3-hit day. That's going to bring up Carter Veith. He's got one official at bat today where he popped a short. He's also walked and was hit by the pitch. That pitch is outside for a ball. And that's inside for a ball. And the pitch. There's a fly ball out into left field. Under it is Campbell, and he makes a catch. So for the Cavaliers, they do pick up 4 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors, and 1 was left on base. So we've played 6.5. It's the middle of the 7th, time for the 7th inning stretch, and the Cavaliers are on top 5-1 on NLWN-TV.
NLWN-2 invites you to join us in our time machine and journey back to the 1860s for some vintage baseball with the Menominee Blue Caps. Our next broadcast will be on Monday, August 18th, as the Blue Caps will be in action from Pioneer Village's old-fashioned county fair in Cameron, Wisconsin. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. That's Vintage Baseball, Monday, August 18th, on NLWN2.
Being a cowboy, well, I don't know anything different. I had a very successful career. Life was fast. I was preparing physically. I wasn't doing anything mentally. And then I got hurt. I dug into mental health. I wanted to be better as a person. I start my day with a workout. I live life 8 seconds at a time. Find a place to stop and just breathe. Love your mind.
And Ryan comes walking by and looking for money. Bet he's doing that a lot too. Yeah. You know, I commented about the third time through the lineup. Cavs have been pretty well stymied first 2 times through the lineup, but this third time through the batting order, they picked up 4 runs. So it really, third time seeing a pitcher makes a big difference. Bottom of the 7th, and due up for the Woodticks. We have Curtis Nesker, Nathan Weber, and Jesse Urbanek. And there's a pop fall off the right side. Curtis Nesker has an 0-1 count. He singled his last time up to right field. Here's the pitch. Fouled into the fence.
Some folks sitting right there, happy that that fence is good and strong.
Good, solid chain link fence. 0-2 to Curtis Nesker. Milner winds and fires. Check swing inside.
And the pitch. That one's fouled back to the fence. Not quite as viciously as the last one,
but nearly the same place.
And the pitch. Line shot. That one's out into left field for a base hit. So Nesker safe at first. He's now got a 2-hit game going. It's going to bring up Nathan Weber. Weber's still looking for his first hit of the season. He's struck out and grounded back to the pitcher. And that one's low for a ball. Here, oh, throw over to first. Nesker back safely. And the pitch. That's down low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Andrew Milner working his 7th inning. And the pitch. Strike called. Two balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball out to right field. Windeshausen under it. He makes the catch. So 1 out. It's going to bring up Jesse Urbanek. Those of you who are just curious about what the Cavs have for pitching after this incredibly busy schedule they've had this past week, Cooper Dykes is in the bullpen, or in the dugout. We can't see the bullpen. I don't know if he's down there working or not, but he's in the dugout, available. Pitch is outside, throw it out to first, and getting back is Nesker. Pitch was outside for a ball.
Throw was pretty close.
Sam Knickerbocker does a nice job of keeping runners close. And the pitch is a strike called. Nesker bluffed going to second that time. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's in the dirt. Nope, it got him. So Urbanek's hit by the pitch. So 2 runners on. And we have a new person coming in, is Sean Stoffel. And it's a 1-1 count to Stoffel. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Stoffel with very limited at bats is batting .667. That would make him maybe 2 for 3. That one missed inside, not by much. Not quite close enough to scuff that black paint off the plate. Swing and a miss. He reached for the outside pitch, and he got Stoffel to go down swinging. So that's going to bring up Jeremiah Campbell, the other number 25. Actually, I think Campbell's wearing 22. That's hit out of play. According to our numbers, that's Nolan Wysocki. but I don't think so. Strike called. And the pitch, line shot foul down the first base line. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 down. 2 runners on for the Woodticks. And the pitch. There's a pop-up foul off the right side. So no balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. That's a pop foul out of play. Ryan's coaching everybody. He's been coaching us. He coaches the ball shaggers. Here's the pitch. That's outside.
Coaching is what he does.
When it's in your blood, it's in your blood.
That's right.
A ball and 2 strikes. Jeremiah Campbell. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So for the Woodticks, they got no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 were left on base. We've played 7, and it's the Cavaliers 5 and the Bloomer Woodticks 1 on NLWN-TV.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
My name's Stacy, I'm 57, and I was adopted in 2020. One teen can come in and make you look at life in a whole different way.
You know, he's my father, so I look up to him a lot. If I can be 10% of the man he is, I'll be a happy person for sure.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
As Ryan Bemnister tries to prove that that's the Ryan cam. And as the dutiful daughter that she is, Celie, of course, followed his directions and switched to that camera. And that's okay, Celie. I would never want you to disobey your father. Due up for the Cavaliers in the top of the 8th inning, Sam Knickerbocker, Carson Windeshausen, and Cade Mueller. The first pitch is a ball. Knickerbocker 0 for 3. He grounds that one over to short, picked up. The throw over to first is in time. That's going to bring up Carson Windeshausen, who's also 0 for 3. Grounded out twice, and then flew out to left. And there's a shot down the third base line. Windeshausen rounds first. He's heading towards second. Ball comes in, and he's in standing. So Windeshausen gets things started in the 8th inning with a double to left.
I was just about to say that he was due since he came into the game batting .273, and this was his 4th at bat. So just statistically, he was due to get a hit. Cade Mueller comes to the plate. Mueller's 0 for 3. He's also due, came into the game batting .260. And there it is. Singles to right. Windeshausen rounds third. They threw to the plate, and to keep Windeshausen at third. And Mueller heads up, went to second. So Mueller gets credit for a single, and he went to second on the throw to the plate. We got water bottles flying around here.
All kinds of things flying. Still a pretty stiff breeze.
So, Ashton Kroll steps up. He's 0 for 2. He walked and scored his last time up. And there's a shot out into right center field. Windeshausen in to score. Mueller comes in to score. And Kroll falls over second, but he's safe. That's one of the least graceful slides we've seen at second. He's got a big grin on his face.
As long as you get there, you don't get extra points. You don't get style points.
Yeah, there's no style points, but he does get 2 RBI, so we'll take that.
Yeah, that's more important anyway.
So the Cavs go up now 7-1. And Jerome Delikowski, who hit an RBI single his last time up, he ended up on second on the throw to the plate. A swing and a miss for strike 1. And the pitch. And that one got Jerome right back in the shoulder blade. So the Cavs now have runners at first and second with Ryan Hull at the plate. Ryan Hull hit an RBI single to center field his last time up, and then he eventually came around and scored on Brayton Tillman's triple. And the aforementioned Brayton Tillman is on deck for the Cavaliers. And there's a fly ball out towards center field. Coming in, making the catch is Curtis Nesker. And that is the second out for the Cavaliers. Takes us back to the top of the order, Brayton Tillman. Tillman has a 2-hit day going, and neither of them are singles. He's got a triple and a double. And there's a strike called on the outside corner.
His triple is his 3rd of the season.
And the pitch. That one's in the dirt. It goes all the way back to the fence. And so both runners advance. So Kroll on third, Delikowski on second, Ryan Hull at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. And the pitch. There's a strike called. A ball and 2 strikes.
Brayton Tillman. And he fouls that one back off the left side. Ryan's dad is now getting all kinds of grief. They pick on your grandpa like that all the time? Pretty much? Okay. 2 balls and 2 strikes. They wanted him to go chasing that foul ball. He hasn't stopped talking, though. And the pitch. That one's fouled over toward the Woodtick dugout.
He also got a suggestion to watch the game.
Yeah. Cavs on top. 7-1. And the pitch, check swing, it's high for a ball.
Cavalier baseball entertaining on and off the field.
Full count now to Brayton Tillman. And the pitch. There's a pop-up out into left field. Falls in for a base hit. 2 runs are going to come in to score as Tillman has a 2 RBI single. So, for Tillman, that's 4 RBI on the day. Xavier Bemnister coming to the plate. And the pitch, it's outside for a ball. Nine to 1, the Cavs on top. That one's down low. And the pitch, that one's popped over towards first base, and moving over is Nathan Weber, and he makes the catch in foul territory. But the Cavaliers do pick up 4 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors, and there were 1 left on base. So, we've played 7.5. And it's the Cavaliers 9 and the Bloomer Woodticks 1 on NLWN-TV.
Achieving my goals as an adult was challenging without a high school diploma. With the help of an adult education center, I finished my high school diploma and it changed my life.
This yearbook is a testament to your accomplishments and how they have impacted all of us.
Getting my high school diploma made me feel like I can do anything. Now, I can help the kids in my community achieve their dreams.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Back here in Bloomer on a hazy Saturday afternoon, Cavaliers on top. 9-1 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Connor Hicks, Patrick Callahan, and Corey Poyer do up for the Woodticks. Hicks is 0 for 3. He flew out to right twice and struck out once. And a strike called.
And the pitch, that's outside. Woodticks have 1 run, which was an unearned run, on 2 hits. Ooh, that was close. 2 balls and a strike to Connor Hicks. And the 2-1 pitch, that was inside for ball 3. Milner delivers. Strike called. Hicks thought he had ball 4, and he made the cardinal sin. He started taking off. And guess what happened? There's a strike called. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball over to third. Bemnister had it take a bad hop. And I'm going to see whether Kirk, the official scorer, marks that as a hit. It was a bad hop. And he's saying, yeah, that was a hit. That took a really strange hop on Xavier Bemnister and came up and caught him in the shoulder. And he tried to knock it down and keep it with him, but couldn't make the play. So runner on first brings up Patrick Callahan. That one's down low for a ball. Callahan is 0 for 3, got on an error, then popped to second and fouled out to first. Strike called on the outside corner. A ball and a strike. And the pitch. That missed outside. Two and 1 is the count. Got to say, I like Doug Martin the way he calls out the count quite frequently. And there's a strike right down the middle of Highway 40. Milner fires, and it's fouled off. Or Doug Matthews. I said Doug Martin. It's Doug Matthews. Here's the pitch. That's outside. And there's a ground ball foul down the first baseline. Count goes full to Patrick Callahan. Nobody out, runner on first. Connor Hicks over there. Milner fires. And there's a shot down the first baseline fair. Hicks rounds second. He's going to check in at third as Callahan has a single. That's going to bring up Corey Poyer. Poyer's 1 for 2. Singled his last time up to center field. He also flew out to center field and hit a sacrifice fly to center field. So, Brayton Tillman, be ready. There's a high pop-up out of play. Just off the right side. No balls and a strike. Nobody out. Runners on the corners. And the pitch. He reaches and pokes that one. Diving catch by Windishausen. That was a very nice catch by Carson Windishausen.
Well, he just fell down when he caught it.
So Ryan's hard to impress.
That's all right. He got marked for a highlight on that one. And there's a ground ball down the first baseline, foul. This is Curtis Dockel at the plate. He's 0 for 3, struck out twice and grounded to third. And that's a ball. Ball and a strike to Curtis Dockel. That was a little bit low. 2-1 now the count to Dockel. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Chase the curveball outside. Milner looks at first. And he delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3, throw down to second, and they didn't make the tag. And the runner holds at third. Hicks stays at third. Callahan gets the stolen base. But Dockel goes down swinging. And that's going to bring up Nesker. Curtis Nesker with a 2-hit day going. He singled to right, singled to left. With 2 down. Runners at second and third. And there's a shot over to short, throw to first in time. And the Cavs get out of the inning. No runs on 2 hits. There were no errors. 2 people were left on base. And we've played 8. And we've got an injury we're going to take a look at out there at second. And while they look at him, we're going to take this time out on NLWN-TV.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to bed.
Oh boy. Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749. Let NLWN-TV take you out to the ball game. Our next broadcast will be on Monday, July 14th, when we will bring you the Cavaliers taking on the Plum City Blues from Carson Park. Live coverage on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:30 p.m. That's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Monday, July 14th on NLWN-TV.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Yeah, welcome. Hi.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
As we go into the top of the ninth inning, we have some defensive changes for the Woodticks. Now behind the plate is Connor Hicks. Patrick Callahan goes over to first, and Nathan Weber is at third. And my guess is Urbanek probably moved over to short. And there's a strike called. To Carter Veith. And there's strike 2 called. Veith is 0 for 2. And that one's down in the dirt. Dockel knew that as soon as he released it. And the pitch, that's outside. And the count is full to Carter Veith. He has drawn a walk. He's been hit by the pitch. There's a ground ball over towards second. Picked up, throw to first, and it's going to be an error on the second baseman. So Corey Poyer had to go real hard to his right, but he scooped it up just fine and just made a bad throw to first. So Veith is safe at first, brings up Sam Knickerbocker. Knickerbocker's 0 for 4. He's way overdue. That pitch is outside. And the pitch, that's outside. And there's a strike called to Knickerbocker. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out. Carter Veith on first. Cavs on top, 9-1. And the pitch, that's outside. Dockel looking to go the distance. And the pitch, that's high and away, ball 4. So the Cavs have 2 runners on, brings up Carson Windeshausen. He doubled the left his last time up. And then came around and scored. He's grounded out a couple of times. Flew out to left. So he's 1 for 4. That pitch is high and away for a ball. And the pitch. There's a ground ball through the hole into left field. Carter Veith is going to hold up at third, so the bases are loaded. Windeshausen working on a multiple hit game. It's going to bring up Cade Mueller. Mueller's also 1 for 4. He singled to right field and then went to second on the play at the plate. He eventually came around and scored. Bases loaded with nobody out. And the pitch, strike called at the belt. And the pitch, that's outside. Ball and a strike. Now it's 2 balls and a strike.
Nobody out. Cavs up 9-1. And a delayed strike call. They almost looked at each other and had a conversation before he said that was a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. There's a ground ball up to short, flip to second for 1. Throw over to first is in time. A 6-4-3 double play, but it did drive in a run. As Carter Veith came in to score. That error that put Veith on base is the first error for the Woodticks today. There's a strike called to Ashton Kroll. No, I take that back.
Oh, Cooper Dykes.
Cooper Dykes at the plate. And another called strike for Dykes. Two down, runner on third. And he hits a ground ball down the third baseline. Knickerbocker's the runner on third. Count remains 0-2. And the pitch. There's a shot out into left field. Cooper Dykes has a base hit. And he's got an RBI as well. That is Dykes' first hit of the season. The Cavs are on top, 11-1. Jerome Delikowski. Strike called on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Delikowski is 1 for 2. That pitch is inside. And there's a high pop-up out into left field. Coming in is Campbell, and he makes the catch. So for the Cavaliers, they do pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error by the Woodticks and 1 left on base. So we've played 8.5. We're going to go to the bottom of the 9th with the Cavaliers on top, 11-1 on NLWN-TV.
Losing the fear of looking foolish comes with age.
Who did you steal him from?
Losing your way in your own home doesn't. Confusion with time and place may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Mom, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
So we go to the Bottom of the 9th inning. Andrew Milner trying to get a complete game, which is quite a difference from last night. Andrew Milner was actually the extra hitter last night for the Cavs, and he was also the beer batter over in Marshfield. And he did strike out, so everybody was real happy with him. And the Cavs will all be happy with him if he completes this one. First pitch was high for a ball. And that one's foul back. This should be Nathan Weber. It is. A ball and a strike. And now it's 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. There's a high pop foul out of play. So the count's even at 2-2. And the pitch. There's a fly ball out towards right field. Windeshausen moving over. And he didn't get there. Windy gave it a chase. So it's 2-2 to Nathan Weber. Weber's 0 for 3. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Make it 0 for 4. That's the second time he struck out. That's strikeout number 13 for Andrew Milner. Brings up Jesse Urbanek. He's 0 for 2. Both of those were strikeouts. He's also been hit the pitch. He had a notion, but it was outside for ball 1. And there's a strike at the knees. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Strike 2 on the inside third. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And coming back to the plate now, re-entering is Joe Walgren. Walgren's 0 for 2. He struck out twice. And there's a strike called. 2 down. Milner looking to close it out as this is the last hope here for the Woodticks. Strike 2 called. They're down to their final strike. Milner at the belt. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And Andrew Milner mows down the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Final score in this one. The Cavaliers 11 and the Bloomer Woodticks 1. Winning pitcher will be Andrew Milner, and the losing pitcher will be Curtis Dockel. And we'll have more on this game when we get to talking baseball right after this message on NLWN-TV.
Can't believe you're doing this alone. I've done it before. I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up? Hand me that board. Nothing wrong with getting help. I'm good. I did it when Felicia left. I'll figure it out. I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying. If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence? Now you need my help. It can be a real pain sometimes, you know?
Mm-hmm. If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
You've been watching Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on NLWN-TV. This copyrighted presentation has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network in conjunction with the Eau Claire Cavaliers. and is intended for the enjoyment of the viewing and listening audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction in any form, without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network LLC and the Eau Claire Cavaliers is prohibited. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Talkin' Baseball, with a look back at today's game.
Hey, honey. We thought we'd try something new.
Family art hour. What do you think?
You got jokes. You're funny.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
Time now for Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
And we're back here at the Bloomer Ball Field in Bloomer, right behind the Bloomer Middle School, as the Cavaliers have come out on top 11-1. That makes the Cavalier record 16, or check that, 12. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Cavs are 12-4 in the CRBL. They're 17-6 overall. And the Bloomer Woodticks fall to 2-11 on the season in the CRBL. Cavaliers picked up 11 runs on 14 hits with 1 error. Bloomer had 1 run on 6 hits. They also committed 1 error. Overall, a fairly cleanly played game. And again, Jay, it was kind of an example of what I was talking about, and I plan to mention this to Ryan as well when he comes over to talk to us. But that third time through the lineup, it made all the difference in the world for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, that certainly did, because that's where most of all of the scoring for the Cavs was in the second half of the game, and the top of the order contributed well for the offense. Tillman was 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Bemnister 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Carson Windeshausen was 2 for 5, and let's see, Ashton Crowell also had a couple of RBIs. So good effort by the Cavs, and good steady pitching effort by Adam Milner.
Or Andrew Milner.
Milner, sorry.
Starts with an A.
Yeah, I got it close.
And here comes Ryan Bemnister, and he kicks his daughter out of the chair.
He's younger than I am.
Okay, Ryan, congratulations on the win. I'll bet this one has you totally flabbergasted.
It does. That's a new word I learned today. We used it 4 times. You come to a place like this, and we did this 2 years ago, and we played a doubleheader here, and we dropped our game, first game we played them against. So we know these guys can win. They beat Tilden, they beat Osseo this year. They're a good team over there. They're playing with some pride. They're playing with some strength, and Daco went out there and threw a hell of a game through 9 innings. Which is, he's tough to pick up on. It took us 5-6 innings to pick up on him, and then once we got to him, changed the approach to play like these guys have been doing all year, and worked out good for us.
Yeah, in fact, I was just talking with Jay about this. It's one of those deals where it's the third time through the lineup that makes all the difference in the world, because he had you guys totally stymied in the first 4 innings or so. Then you got to that third time around, and that third trip through the lineup, you picked up 4 runs. The next trip through, you got another 5 runs, and that makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, and we were able to turn the lineup over quicker today. Guys had good approach at the plate. We ran Dockel up there for probably 150 pitches, but a guy like him, he's going to come back and probably throw tomorrow. So, I like the way they changed their approach at the plate. I'm glad that they went with the ball a little bit and played smart. We played smart after a couple of little mental errors in the first inning or 2 there, and Millie threw a hell of a game for us, and that's all you can ask.
In fact, it's kind of interesting to note, we've been talking all season long about getting production throughout the lineup, and the last several games, that's exactly what's been happening. And a good example today is 7 of the 11 runs came from the bottom half of the order.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. They were setting the table for us. That's all we can ask for those guys to do every day, because that top of the order is crushing the ball right now. And if you can get those guys on base at the bottom, that's going to produce runs for us more often than not.
Yeah, it's too bad Brayton Tillman couldn't get one more time at bat, because he was one round tripper away from the cycle today. He tripled, doubled, and singled. Kind of did it in backwards order.
Yeah, well.
What the heck? It's a lot of bases come in really handy.
Yeah, well, as we mentioned, we asked what happened in the first at bat when he struck out, but we won't bring that up. So.
Right. That kind of.
I would have got a better hit there than that one. No, all those guys had good approach to the plate, and I liked it.
You would have deserved the camera time you were getting over there.
Yes, I should. I deserve all the camera I get. I deserve that and more.
And you got Milner went through a complete game and really looked in no distress throughout.
No, not really. He kept his composure out there. Strike zone was a little higher than he's used to. So he had to make some adjustments, and he made those adjustments in the second, third inning, and moved on from there. So we had a plan in place. If we needed to use somebody else, we would have. But it was just nice to get him a complete game and a win. So.
Yeah, I mean, you did have Cooper Dykes ready to go, and instead you used him as a batter.
No, Cooper Dykes couldn't throw today. His arm's still done. He just came up throwing the game changer and having that batter or run for us. How was our backup plan today?
All right, well.
Yeah, Cooper was not going to get on the mound today. Hey, but he had a hit and an RBI.
He did get his first hit of the season, so there you go.
And an RBI.
Produced an RBI. And so it's always good to get a good win. You step out of league play on Monday. It'll be your final chance to get everything tuned up for the very final stretch run for the playoffs.
Yeah.
You're going to play your relatives over the
Tony over
Carson
there.
Park?
Yep, coming on to Carson Park. Come on down, watch us play. It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a good time. So.
Well, congratulations on this win over the Bloomer Woodticks. Moves you up to 12-4 in the Chippewa River Baseball League, and right in the thick of that title chase.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll be back to finish things off from Bloomer after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
You have been tuned to Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up.
Yeah, we're not ready.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Welcome. Hi.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
And we're back here in Bloomer.
I had a very successful.
Yeah, there we are. We're back in Bloomer now. I've got Celia all confused. I think what it is her dad came and booted her out of the chair, and it got her all flabbergasted. Since that's the word of the day.
Word of the day, yes.
Yeah. Well, Jay, your final thoughts on this one?
A good, solid effort by the Cavaliers throughout the batting order today. Bats were going well, and Andrew Milner, good, consistent effort to wrap it up. So Cavaliers, good momentum going into the stretch here of trying to see where they're at for the playoffs.
And they get that final tune-up to get everything working the way it's supposed to be on Monday when they take on the Plum City Blues. Why don't you tell us about that one, Jay?
That is a non-league game. It'll be at Carson Park, and you can see it right here on NLWN-TV. Coverage begins at 6:30 with the In the Dugout show, and it's followed by all the play-by-play action. Join us Monday, August 18th on NLWN2 as our coverage of vintage baseball continues when we bring you the Menominee Blue Caps playing at the Pioneer Village Old-Fashioned County Fair in Cameron. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on NLWN2. And don't forget, veterans, the Eau Claire Cavaliers want to remind you, veterans of the United States military, that you can get a lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games by simply coming to Carson Park with your veterans identification, and the Cavs will be happy to issue you your lifetime pass. It's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service. Today's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball game brought to you by Menominee Eye and Optical, with quality personalized care for you and your family. Your Napa Auto Parts store, 3580 Mall Drive in Eau Claire. Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Comfort food the way Mom used to make it. Midwestern environmental consultants, lawn care, and soil testing experts for Western Wisconsin. AutoVision Center, windshield repair and replacement on North Claremont Avenue in Eau Claire. Slayton's Technology, the official IT provider for the Northern Light Webcasting Network. And the Chippewa Valley Museum, where you can connect with the roots of the valley in Carson Park. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors by doing business with them soon. They bring you Eau Claire Cavalier baseball right here on NLWN-TV.
And so for Seeley Bedminster on the computer and Jay Fall giving us all of his wisdom, and Dan Petchow getting us the great looks on the camera, this is Rick Olson. That final score once again, Cavaliers 11 and the Bloomer Woodticks 1. You've been tuned to Talkin' Baseball on NLWN-TV.
You have been tuned to Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
In the heart of a small town where the rivers flow, there's a spirit rising up and it's starting to grow. Carson Park's the place where dreams come alive. Eau Claire Cavaliers, the reason we thrive. With the crack of the bat and the roar of the crowd, we spell baseball magic and we shout it out loud. For over 50 years of history, pride and cheer. In this town, we're all family, the love sincere. Eau Claire Cavaliers, we wear it with pride. Big time baseball in a small town ride. From the bases to the bleachers, hear the fans sing. For the love of the game, together we bring. In this town, standing tall, we always belong. With Eau Claire Cavaliers, we'll keep singing our song. Through the ups and the downs, we'll face every fight. With grit in our hearts, we'll shine ever bright.